안녕하십니까 여러분. My name is Gypsy. Welcome back to Broken Dolly TV. One of you guys had a request. You asked me to show you some of my favorite clothing pieces, and that was from my viewer Toothache. So thanks for the question. I did promise you that I was going to consider making a video on the topic, and boy, did I not know what I was getting myself into. Wowzers, talk about dolling. Okay, so in order for me to figure out which clothing pieces I really like, obviously I had to go through my clothing pieces. In a previous video where I showed you guys how I actually organize all of my doll clothing, I remember going through some of my labels and noticing that I didn't have any for skirts, like short skirts, and I thought I had purged them out of my collection. Well, come to find out, no, I did not, okay? Apparently, I had a whole box filled with more doll clothes that I had totally forgot I even had. So I had like way more shoes, way more skirts, and a bunch of other like dresses and stuff that I completely forgot about. And prepping for this video, I ended up finding those. So thank you for the request, because that kind of prompted me to go on a scavenger hunt through all of my clothing. I had packed them away months and months and months ago as we were preparing for this move, and I hadn't had my dolls out on display for like months before we moved down here, right? So that's part of the reason why you guys didn't see videos from me for a long while now. I didn't have my dolls out. I didn't have space for them where I was living. Now that I'm here and I am slowly unpacking my things, I'm still unpacking. I came across a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't realize I had, but that led me to this army of dolls behind me that are dressed in the clothing pieces that I wanted to show you guys. Here we go with the airplanes. Ooh, oh my gosh. Did I just see what I think I saw? Y'all, oh my goodness. That's creepy. I swear, I just saw my neighbor's cat, or a cat on my neighbor's porch, jump off the porch and run underneath like a hole in their house. Am I bugging? Oh my goodness, that is so creepy. I'm not an animal person. Nope, they need to stay right out in the wild where they belong. Don't be coming over here scratching at the walls. No, I'm freaking out because I'm like, if a big old cat can fit underneath that hole in their house, what else can fit under there? Like, is there like raccoons living down there? Rats? Ilk. Oh my Lord, I gotta stop looking out the window when I make these videos. Oh, okay, let me calm my nerves. What was I saying? Oh my Lord. I found a bunch of stuff that I want to show you guys. Obviously, as you can see from this gigantic mob of dolls behind me, I can't show you all of this in one video. So I am gonna have to break this up into a short series. I don't know if it's gonna be ongoing. I mean, I assume I'm gonna add more clothing to my doll wardrobe stash as time moves on. So it probably will just be an ongoing series, so you can thank Toothache for that if this ends up being a popular series. The purpose of this is not to be like, show and tell, look what I got, y'all. Don't you wish you had it? That's not what I'm doing. What I wanna do is, I wanna give you guys some ideas of ways you can style different pieces together, even things that like came as a set, ways you can break them up and make them your own by pairing them with different things that they didn't necessarily come with, just to give you guys some ideas of like fresh takes on your doll's clothing and styling that you can use, and also a great way for you to show off the personality of your doll. Like, there's certain dolls in my collection that I only dress a specific way in a very specific style that I think suits that doll's personality as whatever, you know, character I have in my head canon for them. So this is one of the ways that I express that, is with their fashions. So let's just go over to the dolly station and see what we have in store for us today. The first pieces I want to show you are being modeled by Sequoia here. The outfit she's wearing is basically this jumper slash overalls, whatever you want to call them. And then underneath she's got on a little purple top. It's like a belly shirt. This piece I got from This Is Blythe, their website, and it's basically for a Blythe doll, so it doesn't fit all of my Barbie dolls. The torso area is really short and it only fits specific body types. I was able to fit it on this doll, but I had to really squeeze her in this. I just like overalls in general, to be honest. This isn't my only pair of overalls in my collection, but it's one of my favorites. It's just so realistic looking, and it has like snap buttons behind here that closes up, so that's how you get it on the doll and keep it closed. It just looks so neat. It's actually made of like denim material, and all the stitching on here, this is not like drawn on. All of this is actually sewn. The pocket is like a open pocket. Let's look at the back real quick. It's very detailed. It's got like the rolled up cuffs and more stitching there in the back, even some little loops for a belt to go into. It's just so well made and adorable, and obviously you just need to pair it with like a little tube top underneath or a thin shirt and the look is complete. So I just love this piece so much, and it's a shame that it can't fit on more of my dolls, because I would display this piece so much more if it would fit more body types, but sadly it does not. So this is one of those pieces I think maybe I will try to like let my son look at it so he can kind of dissect it and make me a bigger version of this to fit on my regular size Barbies and curvy Barbies. And then this shirt underneath, it's just a simple little crop top. It's got little ruffles at the bottom here, and how ruffly the whole thing is, and it's very simple. And I'm not a huge fan of crop tops, to be honest. I think it's like kind of overused for Barbie dolls. I feel like they do it more to save fabric and charge us the same amount for a top rather than for the fashion of it, because I mean, let's be honest, who's wearing crop tops like that? Not too often do you run into people just walking around in crop tops. I'm not a big fan of having their whole entire belly hanging out all the time. If this was longer, I think it would be better, but for her small body size, I do like the crop top with this paired together. And then you just snap this piece closed like this. I wish the straps were longer, because that would just make it so much easier to put on different size dolls. Even this one, she's like my shortest Barbie, but still I struggle to get this thing on here. But look at how neat it looks when it's like snapped in place. So that's what I like about these overalls specifically. They're just so clean and neat looking. They did a good job sewing this thing together. But it is meant to be for a smaller doll like a Tulip or a Blythe. It's a whole struggle trying to close those clasps on camera. Good Lord, if y'all knew how much I was struggling last night trying to dress all of these dolls. Not even funny. I was just torturing myself for no reason. Okay, thank you, Square. So, coincidentally, we have another petite doll here who I have wearing this outfit. I call this a koala. I don't know why. She just looks like a koala to me. This one is originally a Tinkerbell doll with Yara Shahidi's face and the elf ears. So if you're wondering which doll this is, then that's who that is. This suit also does not fit on all of my Barbie dolls. You have to have a very cinched waistline in order to rock this outfit properly. So I usually end up putting these on my Model Muse type bodies, or my Integrity Toys dolls, or my Silkstone dolls. But Koala wanted to rock it today, so I'm letting her do it. This outfit came on my 2021 convention Power Pair couple doll, which looked badass on her, but obviously I don't like to put my dolls in the original clothing they came in when I display them. I always take them out of those clothes and switch it up. I think I have the entire outfit on her just the way that it came, except for the shoes. All of these pieces I actually like, so that's why I just left her like this, with the whole look kind of put together. It's all very like satiny looking, but obviously it's not real satin, this material that it's made out of. I don't know what the material is, but it's not real satin, it just looks like it. And she does have some kind of like shoulder pads inside of the stitching on the inside there to make the shoulders look very sharp on the doll. But you can't really tell on her because Koala's body is very tiny, so like you can't really see all those little angles at the shoulder because her shoulders don't fill up this coat like it probably should. You can see that the sleeves even are very long for her. It doesn't fit her like it probably would on a bigger doll, but I thought it looks cute on her, so I just left her in it because she just looks adorable. Like she looks adorable trying to fit it. It just reminds me of something from like, I don't know, like a 90s era kind of a look. I don't know why, it just does. But yeah, but this piece is very pretty on a lot of different dolls of mine if I can get the right body type in it. It's not a usual color you would see on an outfit like this. You would normally see more neutral colors or just something more tame looking, but the pop of color really like stands out. So I like that the most about this outfit. It's very like golden yellow too. I'm a big fan of metallics and things like that. I don't know, know, it just works well on pretty much whatever doll I can fit the outfit onto. So this is absolutely one of the pieces that I love. In my collection, I'll probably never get rid of it. I think this is a Mattel brand fashion. This one is actually a romper one piece. It does have Velcro in the back and it has the off-shoulder ruffled sleeves. I like almost everything in my collection that has like sleeves and a collar like this. It's just very like Spanish tropical kind of a feel when I look at it. Very like island girl. And any dolls who I want to convey that kind of a vibe, I'll dress in a piece like this. This one especially is one of my favorite ones of all the rompers and stuff that I have. And I like that it's long. Like most of my rompers are very short, comes to about here, but this one is almost full body, so I like that it's longer. And I like the color scheme of this one with the greens and like the more natural kind of colors. I'm not a big fan of red, to be honest. I tolerate red here and there, rarely. But in this piece, I'm okay with it just because it like makes the little flower stand out. For me, it's not super distracting, but I do like this piece because it's just a quick one-piece look that you can toss onto pretty much any of your dolls, and it just looks good on almost everybody who I've tried this outfit on. And I'm not really totally certain if I've tried this on curvy body types. Tell me in the comments if you own this piece and you've tried it on a curvy doll. I haven't yet, but because it's kind of stretchy, I assume that it would fit. Like it stretches around the waist here. I don't know though, so don't quote me on that, but I'm definitely gonna try it soon because I don't have a memory of trying this onto one of my curvy dolls, and it probably would look good on them if it could fit. And the back looks like this. It's just got a Velcro opening right in the back that comes all the way down to about here, so it's really easy to get it on and off of the doll. Nice and loose fitting, so it just looks very comfy. I would wear something like this in real life myself, so I really like this piece a lot. I think I got this as a part of an actual fashion pack. It didn't come on a doll, and I'm pretty sure this is a Mattel brand piece. Golda, who is one of my Silkstone dolls. I only have two of these dolls, her and another one that's got a different skin tone. She is rocking the dress that came on Alasny, and of course I removed all of the stuff from her so she's not dressed like this. This piece that came on her, I tell you, it looks beautiful. It's all sequined up front to back. It's like longer in the back than it is in the front. It just has a beautiful shape to it. This piece is a biatch to get on, and the reason is because the way that it closes, it has those little metal clasps that you see on the back of bras, and it's so annoying trying to like get that little clasp in correctly. It just takes forever, and if you don't do it right, like they'll just come undone. That's the only thing about this dress that's like really a pet peeve for me, is how difficult it is to get it on the doll. And also because the top piece here is very low cut, it just takes a slip of a finger for you to be like having wardrobe malfunctions, if you know what I'm saying. It's a very delicate piece. I don't pull this piece out very often, though I love looking at it. It's so pretty, it's so shiny. And the sequins too, I don't know. I've never liked sequins. I'm the kind of person who, like, when I see sequins, I just see everything unraveling and falling apart. And the paranoia of accidentally pulling too hard on a sequin and then making all the thread come apart scares me, even though I do like the way that it looks. So I just can't. But I just love the way that this dress looks. The sequins are really pretty. I like that they're actually big sequins and not little tiny small ones. But they just make me nervous when I look at them because of my OCD. If I see the sequins going in different directions, like some are going down and some are going up, it makes me really annoyed. Like these sequins being upside down just stresses me out so bad. So I would actually spend time sitting here trying to turn all of them in one direction, and this is not OCD friendly. Just puts me in like panic mode, even though I love the way that the dress looks. I don't really display this piece often. It's very like rare for me to pull this one out. It has to go on very specific body types because it doesn't fit all of my dolls. The original doll that it came on, I believe she had a model muse type of a body. If your doll's dimensions aren't similar to that, with like a really small waist and everything, then you're gonna have a problem trying to close those clasps in the back. So although I love the way that it looks, it is absolutely one of the pieces in my collection that I would consider a favorite. I wouldn't get rid of this. I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't give it away. There's just so many little inconveniences and small details about this dress that don't match my type of personality, my weird like quirks. So unfortunately, it doesn't get as much light as it should in my displays, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and I do want to make sure that I shout out this dress because I love this piece, and I think it's just very well made. And again, I love the colors. Like, it's like a brownish kind of a color, or even like a orangey kind of color, and then it's got the shiny gold piece here at the top. This is fabric, even though it looks almost metal-like. I love the color scheme of this dress so much. So much about this dress I really like. I sound like I'm complaining about it, even though I'm trying to tell you guys that I like it, but I'm just trying to be honest about why certain pieces, even though I love it, I just can't be bothered trying to piece it all together perfectly so that I can get use out of the piece on a regular basis, is what I'm saying. It's not easy to put on and off on my dolls. This one actually came on the Alice in Wonderland Barbie doll, which is a one-of-a-kind. Like, it's a one-of-a-kind in the sense of that head sculpt has only ever been used for her and the Red Riding Hood doll, who has brunette hair. The doll itself is extremely special, not only because it's so hard to find, but also because it was on my Grail list of dolls. And I never even thought I would own that doll. And one of my lovely viewers, Mr. Galaxy, actually sent her to me. Total surprise. I was not expecting that at all. So the doll itself, who I renamed Ione, she's like one of my favorite dolls in my collection, who I can't not have her out on display at all times. Like, she's just always on my desk. She's just very close to me. Everywhere I go, she's there. And she was wearing this dress when I first got her, but obviously, because I always take my dolls out of the clothes that they came in, I ended up putting this dress on a different doll. I picked this doll, Verlaine, to rock this dress. She's originally, I think she's a Fashionistas doll with the Millie sculpts, and y'all know how I feel about Millie, right? I cannot stand Millie's head sculpt for nothing, but I have a special place in my heart for closed mouth Millie, especially this one with the side glancing eyes. Sometimes they be doing her justice, okay? Like, recently I saw some pictures of the Barbie style deluxe, or deluxe style, whatever it's called. So adorable. I freaking love that doll. I think I might actually end up adding her at some point down the line. I can't do it now, but I don't know, maybe I'll cave. But she's just really cute to me. She's got these adorable curls. I can't stand how cute they are. She's just one of my favorite Millie sculpts ever. She's got the bright blue eyes, the side glancing eyes. She looks so mischievous and like just cute. And I thought this would be a great face to match up this outfit with, because she just has a very Alice in Wonderland vibe to me, where she looks so like mischievous, you know? And Ione, the original doll that came in this dress, to me, she doesn't look like she's, you know, trying to get herself in trouble, or she's up to no good, or she's a curious kitty. She doesn't look like that. She looks very like serious. So I felt like this outfit would just work a lot better on a character that looks more like how I imagine Alice in Wonderland the character really would act. But it's just got so many cute little blue ruffles everywhere. It's just so like Disney, like just the feel of this dress. I don't know how to explain it. And she also came with the cat here too, though it's very hard to see because her hair is covering up everything. But this piece actually closes with those little snap buttons in the back, which is dope. It also has that satiny kind of material. I don't think this is actual satin. I don't know what that stuff is called, but it's very smooth like satin. And just all these different kinds of fabrics layered together with the lace ruffles at the bottom is so cute. Very, very well made piece. It's very like sturdy. And look, this also has the sequins, which I never really noticed before. Oh my. Yeah, and then it's got this little piece that ties up at the collar. It's got all kinds of cute little details. The little ribbon belt. It's just, it's adorable, okay? It's adorable. And I rarely say that about dresses because I don't even like to put my dolls in a lot of like dressy kind of things. I think since I've had this dress, I don't think I've put it away. I just had to have it on a doll, even if it wasn't on Ione. Yeah, right now Verlaine is rocking it. Maybe I'll try it on one of my petite dolls and see how that looks. But I don't think I have any petite dolls that are little blonde, blue-eyed ones yet. Who says Alice in Wonderland can't be a little brown girl, right? If Little Mermaid can suddenly switch colors, why not Alice? Whatever. Those are all the dolls I wanted to show you guys for this episode, but I'll be back with so many more videos to show you tons of other outfits in my collection that didn't make it into this episode. So pretty people, what did you guys think about my little stash of clothes that I showed you guys in this video? This video kind of took me back to, remember when we used to do the Sparkle Girls fashion shows over here? And you could buy those pieces for like $2 a pop at Walmart? Whatever happened to those? Oh man, what a waste. But this kind of takes me back to those days when we used to do Fly Dolls. So leave me a comment if you remember the Fly Dolls series and how we used to do those videos and everybody going on their own scavenger hunts looking for those outfits at their local Walmarts. It was a fun time. But you don't always have to buy Mattel brand, Mattel approved, doll clothes. Lately, I've been staying away from a lot of the stuff that I can find that's like Mattel brand stuff because my aesthetic is changing, though a lot of the clothes that I have here in this series are very colorful pieces. That was at a different time in my doll collecting journey that I had acquired the clothes. Since then, my tastes have drastically changed. I don't gravitate towards very colorful pieces anymore. The only splashes of color that I really even like in my doll displays now are like neutral tones and some floral prints. I told you guys before, I'm turning into a boring beige mom. I just want neutrals. I just want bland colors because my Asperger's is the kind that comes with sensory issues when it comes to too much stimulant. Like I get very overwhelmed. I don't like to have a lot of color in my line of vision if it's possible to avoid it at all costs. Unless it just happen to be colors that I really love, like deep dark purples, burnt orange, like those kind of like darker shades. But a lot of the bright rainbow colors just is too much for my eyes to handle. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. So when it comes to my doll display, neutral colors, metallic colors, blacks and whites, that's basically what I go for the most part. Who knows how this favorite doll clothing stash will evolve over time once I start acquiring more clothes to support that color styling that I'm liking now. I'm having this idea of basically like rotating through my doll clothing stash, and of all the other things that I own that aren't these pieces, I'm starting to feel like I'm going to probably downsize those and probably sell them all off on a lot on eBay or something like that, and then replace those clothes with the neutral tones that I prefer instead, because it will just make it so much easier for me to go through my clothing stash to dress my dolls in. I'm scared to do this a little bit because I'm like, what if I really regret selling a piece that right now I'm like, ilk, and then later on, like a year from now, I'll be like, oh no, I really loved that piece. Because I do have some dolls, not Barbie dolls, but some bigger dolls that I sold. All of my big dolls actually I sold for a move, thinking I wouldn't have enough space for them. And then when I actually got down to the place that we went to, it was like 3 times bigger than the place we had came from. What are the odds, right? And I had plenty of space for them. What can I do about it? And those dolls are like irreplaceable now. I can't get them back. So I don't like that feeling, and sometimes that anxiety makes me hold on to things that I'm not sure if I'm ready to give up yet. So that's kind of my dilemma right now in trying to downsize my clothing stash, because this preference for neutrals has become a new preference for me. I haven't felt this way for very long, so I'm just wondering, like, is it a phase, or am I going to still feel like this a year or two from now? I don't know, but I'm considering it. So I'm slowly downsizing the stuff that I know for sure, preference or not, I just don't like this piece. I've never put it on my dolls. It's just rotting away in my doll wardrobe collection. I've been taking that stuff out of my stash. Don't feel guilty about not liking everything in your doll collection. You don't have to hold on to everything because somebody gave it to you, someone bought it for you, you got it on sale for a good price. It's some marvelous piece that everyone told you this is a classic, and you bought it, and then now you're like, I'm not feeling it like that. It's okay. And it's okay for you to have really loved something 2 years ago, and then today you're looking at it like, yeah, that's played out. That's okay. Do you still wear the same clothes from when you were 15 years old now at 35? Of course not. And if someone was to get you clothes like that, would you be like, ooh, I love this, I'm wearing it? Probably not, you know? It's okay for your preferences to change for your doll stuff too. So don't feel guilty when you have those kinds of feelings. If you don't want to sell the piece, give it away to someone else who might actually be able to enjoy it or take good care of it or get some kind of use out of it. Pass it down to some children. There's like so many cool dolls that I ended up giving away to my friends' children for their birthdays and things like that, because I didn't have dolls like this when I was growing up, and I would have really cherished them and taken good care of them and loved them. So I do have some friends who have kids that are like really into doll play, and their parents, I mean, not to throw any shade on them, but they're not good at picking out dolls, okay? They be picking out them whack playline dolls that are just a joke and have no joints. So sometimes I'll give away my dolls that have articulation and different kinds of joints to my friends if I just have too many and I don't really need them, so that their kids can play with them and actually get some good memories out of them. You know, those are some different things that you can do with the things that you have in your doll stash that you might not really be feeling like that. Man, I wonder whose cat that is though, because does the neighbor be hearing the cat moving around underneath their floors? You know what? Sometimes we hear what sounds like footsteps on our roof. Maybe it's a cat walking around up there. Oh my gosh. That is so creepy. I don't know if that's the neighbor's cat, because the other day when they were like hauling their kids inside the house, the cat didn't go in with them. It was just hanging out on the porch still. So I don't know. Don't be feeding stray cats, okay? Because they gonna think they live with you. Ew. I don't know what kind of fleas that cat got. He can keep them right on over there, okay? It's been fun. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, and identify yourself as a new subscriber in the comment section, because I don't know unless you tell me, bruh. And I love to see the same people coming back on different videos, leaving their comments, and me kind of like building up knowledge of who different individuals are in my audience. I want to know you have a personality and you're not just a bot, okay? So it just makes it feel more personal for me when I'm making videos for you guys, that I know Toothache specifically will get something out of this video if nobody else does, right? If you have questions about any of the dolls that I showed you guys today, or if you have questions about anything concerning my doll collection, just leave a comment below, and as long as I can figure out a way to answer you, I will make a video where I will respond to you in the comment section, of course. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Gypsy, you're not, and this is Broken Dolly TV. Until next time, y'all best go have a dolly day.